NuubCast.
Greetings, fellow noobs. Welcome to another NuubCast. This is Blomus bringing you a 1v1. We got a PvZ here on Ohana, and for what is the first time in shoot forever, I don't know either of these guys. I just had the strangest loss. Jelly Chef. Someone just 4-gated me 40 seconds late and I still lost. What? MIT Ender, our red Protoss player. His opponent, Amore, the blue Zerg. And this is a replay that I snagged off of the Reddit site Cast It. That's reddit.com/r/castit, CASTIT. That is a place where guys who are learning to cast or new to the scene or whatever, or guys who, like you, want to have their replays cast, can post replays of good games, and then have guys from the community cast them. If you've not heard of our Cast It, why not check it out? I have, just because I am, for whatever reason, the replays, two things have happened. We've had a lot of replay submissions. I'm thankful for that. Please keep them coming. However, a lot of them have not quite been up to par, so we've had a lot of rejections in the last wave or two, and so I don't have that many replays in the queue, so I am once again looking around for replays. So please don't be shy. Send your replays to NuubCast@gmail.com, but please make sure they're good. Make sure that you understand what our desire is for your replays, and please make sure that you're watching your replays before you send them in. So many times you can have a game that, as you're playing, feels amazing, and you're trying so hard, and you feel like it. You know, you win the game, you feel like you won by the skin of your teeth, or you feel like you lost, but you felt like it was super close. But whatever the case may be, you go back and look at the replay, and you find that you were either super way far ahead or super way far behind, and it wasn't really close at all. And it actually, upon reviewing the game that you thought was super amazing as you were playing it, turns out that it really wasn't all that good to begin with. So, in order to make more efficient use of our time, meaning mine and my screeners, we are hoping and hopeful that you will watch your replays first before we do, and judge them for yourselves. Make sure that they're as good after when you've watched them as they were when you were playing them. That'll make our job a lot easier and would be very much appreciated. But that being said, please send in replays to, pardon me, a little burp there, a little gaseous. Replays to NuubCast@gmail.com. And, the number one goal is entertaining games. That's what we want. That's what we want to see. That's what we want to produce. So, all-ins, cheese, generally not entertaining. What we like are a lot of good back and forth battles. Very, not super one-sided, not one and done kind of battles, but a lot of back and forth, lots of fun engagements. If there happens to be a lot of drops or a lot of harass and things like that, that's good too. Sometimes when you do that the right way, it can make a game tend towards being one-sided, but still makes for an interesting game. So ultimately, the person you have to impress is my screener, as he is the one who will ultimately watch the game and then tell me if it's worth casting or not. Look at this. This is like SCVs guarding a bunker. We're going to repair you by tickling you, Mr. Forge. Here come the Lings. They're going to check for a fast third. See that there's nothing there quite yet. And having seen that, Avari might want to run out and try and take his own third. He should at least be putting some Lings to work on these rocks right away. Since these guys are just scouting around. He's got Lings at each base. Protoss player, MIT Ender. So I have no idea, not that I ever do, but normally if I know the person who's sending in the game, 9 times out of 10 it's going to be a game that they won, so I can have somewhat of an idea going in as to who is going to win. Just because I assume, because it happens so rarely that someone would submit a game that they lost. It would happen so incredibly rarely. So I always assume that the person who submit the game is the person who won. And this is going to be pretty nice aggression with some zealots and some sentries. And just like we saw in yesterday's game, the purpose of aggression like this is to stall, slow down, or destroy the third base. Not the best force fields. They will keep these units away, but not going to be able to really defend against them. And is he just going to try and run away? It looks like he's just going to run away. Kind of a soft engagement there. Didn't really intend to engage. And what the hell? Look at this hallucination of a bunch of stalkers. Burning a lot of sentry energy, but I'd be interested to see if he decides to engage. I kind of like the tactic, but I don't know. He's probably going to force a bunch of units from the Zerg player, perhaps. And Ling's trying to eat up some of these stalkers. Maybe he's realized now that they're not real. Perhaps not. But now they're gone. And he's still droning. He's getting his spire, so I don't think it was too adverse an effect by MIT Ender. Avari's third is up and beginning to mine. He's going to tear down these rocks so Ender can get his own third. The problem with doing something like that and using all of those that sentry energy for hallucinations, it's not a bad idea. It's actually pretty good. It'll scare your opponent engaging, but what you would think would happen is that they're going to prepare now for the army that they think you have. And if they decide to engage and you don't have that army, then you're probably going to get stomped. Phoenix out, scouting around. Avari has to know that that is now certainly a hallucination. Let's check out what's happening over here in Protoss land. We have Templar archives coming. Robo is up, nothing coming out of it yet. And we are getting +2 weapons. And already have +1 weapons, so looking for ooh, look at this Ling aggression here. Is he going to go in after the third? And look, we're going to have 2-prong aggression here. We're going to have these Mutalisks go in. They're going to try and take down some pylons, force some cancels on pylons. Only 1 stalker. They should have, definitely could have. Oh, but here come the rest of the stalkers, and now the Lings go in at the third. Gonna try and get a surround on those sentries. Oh, nice force fields here by Ender, but still Ling's getting in around those sentries. He does lose a lot of sentries. Roaches coming in from behind, and here's the warp in for Ender, and he is gonna actually scare away the rest of these roaches. And Lings do get out of dodge, but pretty good attack, I think, by Avari. Let's check the Workers lost. You've got 7 workers. And if we check the units lost, yep. I don't know. Avar is still ahead, but I mean ahead in units lost, in resources lost. So I guess that means behind. Ender tried to counter, but not very effective. I mean, I don't even think he engaged. Now we're seeing pure lings and roaches. If the lings can get... Oh, nice blinking away by Ender. He does catch one of those stalkers for free. And a second. And here come... Alright, loses one Mutalisk. Gonna go up into the main. These guys do not have energy for Storm yet. Storm just about to complete. And they will have enough energy once it does complete. And now they are ready to go. Takes down the Templar Archives, though. Good damage being done here by Amore. And Stalker is able to chase out those Mutalisks. And the Lings still trying to get some... Oh, nice blocking with the Warpin from the Zealots, but not quite enough. The Lings do run away, go down, and meet their death at the third base. So pretty good attack there by Amore. I really like it. I think he got a lot of good damage done. Took out some tech structures. And now behind it, expanding, taking his 4th. Very nice game here. 4th going down for Ender too, getting up a lot of cannons. But the Lings come in before anything can finish. Gets a surround on the cannon. Everything cancels. Is he going to cancel the... Oh, he probably should have. Oh, big storms on the Mutalisks. Everything gets scared away. Blink chases out the rest of the Mutalisks, and we see all of these guys pretty pumpkin-y. And it looks like Ender is going to get his 4th up anyway. Very nice storms. It's a pretty darn good game. Pretty darn good game, if I do say so. Are we have more gateways being made? Ender deciding to not to remake his Templar Archives. Looks like he might be going in for a counter here. He's got some Archons out in the front, and all these Mutalisks. Where are they going to go? They're going to look. They look like they're going to try and counter here. And what is Ender going to do? Is he going to stay or is he going to go? He's going to stay. It looks like we might be in some kind of a base trade situation. That is a lot of Mutalisks. Amore is going to lose this base. He's pulling off his drones, trying to save as many as he can. And the Mutalisks still sitting in the middle of this base. There was some Stalker Warpins, and these Stalkers are going to go down. And the question is, how many other buildings is he going to cancel this Templar Archives, or is that going to go down as well? He's going after pylons, leaving the Templar Archives to go on its own, and now there are no Warpin capabilities for Ender at all, but he is still on the march down here in Avare's territory. He is killing tons of Overlords. Both players are supply blocked. And Ender trying to keep reinforcements from coming in, but he didn't quite get the force fields that he needed. But it looks like Ender is going to be able to take down this third base as well. And here come the Mutas, here come the Roaches and the Lings. Nice blink out by Ender. The Archons go down, and it looks like Amore, with his +2 attack, Mutalisks, is going to chase out these Stalkers, and that might actually be the end for Ender. Amore has a huge supply lead now, but the backside of that is he has this huge supply lead, but he has very few Overlords, but now he is remaking a ton of Overlords. Ender is the one with the bank, though. Very little minerals for Amore, as he has lost 2 of his 4 bases, and actually 3, since his main is just about mined out. But these Mutalisks walking into a ton of cannons. Oh my goodness, they're all over the place. So much damage happening. And oh my goodness, Avari thought the game was over. He just can't survive all the cannons. And now pylons are back up for Ender. At least some of them. He's regained power in a lot of his buildings. And going to try to retake command here. LOL, cannons are good, but if you don't have any gateways, it doesn't really matter that much. And your backside is completely wide open here. You can actually completely take this out. Takes down the Dark Shrine, so no DTs for you, Ender. Stalker's trying to hang in. There's just so many Mutalisks here. And they're just going to be content here to pick apart these buildings. He actually almost got it. There it is. Doesn't need to take down the Nexus. Can take out the Templar Archives to keep any more Archons from coming in. And does he have enough? Kind of whiffed on that Storm. He's got a few High Templars here. We're going to see how he does. Ender trying to repower some of these buildings. Still, so many cannons. But again, the backside is bare at both of these bases. So all of his cannons are good, are going to amount to nothing if he can't... You know, he can still come back here and be out of range of these cannons and do all kinds of economic damage. Ender making a third Templar Archives now. And here come even more big storms. Huge storms on the Mutalisks. Wow, look at how colorful they've become. But there's still a ton of them. Once again, all of the pylons are going down. Everything's getting unpowered. Here come the Stalkers. Here come the Templars. No storms going off this time. And my dog is crying outside, but that's okay, because he ain't getting in until this game is over. And what do we have brewing over here? Just some Lings. Not much else to be added. He wants to add some ground game here, but once again, he needs to come in from behind and take out the economy, because then the cannons are useless. But it doesn't really matter. Eventually, you have to engage the army. Eventually. And 2 bases now going down for Avari. Lots of Lings being warped in. I don't know where he thinks he's going to go with these. There's no base here for him to attack. He knows that there's no base there for him to attack. I don't like the idea of coming in here with the Lings. I don't think it's going to be effective. If he goes back with the... taking down the Robo this time. Taking down more and more pylons. Going to take that down... I don't agree with taking down the Nexus. I think it's unnecessary. Could take the Templar Archives again, and now it looks like Ender's had enough, and he's going to back up here and try and protect against what is surely Ender's final attempt. It is 170 food to 130. We're watching storms go down. We're watching both players. Food drops. Here come the Mutalisks. Huge number of storms going down. Oh my goodness, all over these Mutalisks. All of them, so many turning red. Man, Psystorm is a great equalizer, but there are still so many Blink Stalkers here. But will the Roaches and the Mutalisks be too much? The Mutalisks are all dead. Stalkers are the only thing left on the field along with these Roaches. And the Stalkers have won out. And now we have some more Lings coming in for Avari. Can he hold this off? He is running away now with the Lings. Much better. But more Stalkers being warped in for Ender. And it looks as though Ender might actually be taking this game away from Avari, who seemed to have it well in hand for a good amount of time there. And even without his third base, and just now... all these Overlords are going to go down, which means Ender's not going to be able to make any more units again. This could be bad. Now he is supply blocked. But he already has 12 Mutas and 13 Roaches warping in. 13 Roaches have all popped. He's got to wait for the Mutalisks to come. Drones going out to die, basically. Transferring them, and it looks like Ender is going to be able to take down this base as well, which is going to severely cut into Avari's mining ability, because at present he is basically mining from one, just basically one base. And not that Ender is doing much better, but between the roaches, he's now 3-2, and these roaches are only 2-0. The Mutalisks are 2-1, and falling to these storms and the stalkers, and it looks like Ender is going to take this in what has been a freaking amazing game that I have thoroughly enjoyed. More stalkers being warped in back home, and I don't think Avari is going to be able to hang. Only making lings at this point. He's trying to make some spines. Going to lose some drones. He does have another hatchery up here, but nothing mining at it. And now the lings and the queen trying to make a last-ditch effort. But the blink stalkers are going to be too much. 10 more lings coming in for Avari. He does not want to give up this match, but I do not think he has a chance at this point. Nothing happening in the Protoss base, so Avari, man, all those cannons. That basically saved Ender, gave him the ability to escape the direct Mutalist attack and to gear up and come back, man. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. But it's not over yet. Ender needs to make his last push. He's going to come in here to this would-be 4th base. Even though there's nothing mining there, he's going to take it out. Well, now there is more things mining there, but oh yeah, you don't want to engage those zealots. And now it's just attrition. Avari can't mine, therefore he can't make stuff. He's got lings, but that's it. Surprise. We didn't see any banelings during this game at all. I think he just made those just in case, yeah? Made the baneling nest, you make it just in case you need it. Just in case you need it for a bust or some kind of look at this. Now he's actually taking that 4th again. You should be able to end it here. Yeah. It's all lings, but he's got zealots and blink stalkers. You should be fine. Final engagement, huge storms on all of those lings, and that is it. Down go the roaches, down go the lings. Good game, Avari says. Very fun game. I agree. It was a very fun game indeed. I enjoyed it thoroughly. And Avari leaves the game. One of the most fun PvZs I've seen in a while. So super glad that they had it on Cast It and that I was able to cast it. No pun intended. Alright guys, if you have replays that you'd like to see cast, please send them to me, whether they're yours or someone else's. And that would be to NuubCast@gmail.com. In the meantime, keep climbing that ladder and be rocking some... Maybe I'll stream. I haven't streamed in a long time. Maybe I'll stream Heart of the Swarm. I don't know why anyone would watch me when there's pros doing it. But, peace out anyway. Keep climbing that ladder.